All right, off we go with Saxon 76, lesson 47. This is the last lesson that you guys need to take care of before this Friday, so congratulations for making it this far. I hope that all the other lessons have gone well. And if you guys have any questions, you can always email me or call me. So lesson 47 is about subtracting mixed numbers with regrouping. Now we've done subtraction of fractions before, and when we have a common denominator like we have in this first problem, where we have 8 in the first fraction and 8 in the second fraction, as long as the first fraction is bigger than the second one, we can just subtract the whole number parts and the fractional number parts. So here we go. We've got 6 minus 2 is 4. And then I have 7 eighths, and I want to take away 3 eighths, so that would leave me with 4 eighths, which happens to be the same as 4 and a half if we were going to reduce that fraction. So here's a new problem though. Let's say Mrs. Richtenberg has 3 1/4 pizzas, and these circles represent my pizzas. Her kids eat 3/4 of a pizza. So how many pizzas does she have left? Now here is the problem written in a math form. So we've got numerical form of 3 1/4 minus 3/4. Well, we can't take this 3/4 away from the 1/4 because 1/4 is less than 3/4. So we need to figure out how to get this to have more quarters in it. Well, here's what we can do. We can take one of the pizzas and we can split it up into quarters. Alright, so now let's rewrite this equation so that we have these quarters represented separately. So we've got 2 wholes, right? 1, 2. And then how many quarters do I have altogether? Well, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 2 5/4. That's the same as this. And then I'm going to take away 3/4 from that. Well, this I can do because I can have 5/4 minus 3/4. So let's do 2 minus nothing is 2, because I don't have any whole number part here. So I can just say 2 minus 0 is 2. And then I've got 5/4, and I want to take away 3/4. Well, 5 minus 3 is 2. And I've got them in quarters, which this one's the same as 2 1/2. So to look at the picture, if I said I had this 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/4, and I want to take away 3/4, let's do that with a nice highlighter. Let's take away 3 of the quarters. I'll take away this quarter, and this quarter. So now what do I have left? I have 1, 2, I have my 2 wholes, and then I have these 2/4, which is the same as half of this pizza left. So there's my 2 1/2. So we can do this when we want to subtract a fraction whose numerator is bigger from a fraction whose numerator is smaller. What we can think of it as, take one of the wholes and convert it into this size pieces and give it to the fractional part. So let's do this one. Let's do this one down here, A. So you can't quite see A. There. Now you can see A. So here I have 4 1/6 minus 1 2/6. Well, I can't subtract that 2/6 away from 1/6 because the 2/6 is bigger. So if I take one whole away from this 4 and make it 3, then I can take this, the 6 sixths that made up that extra one, and add it to here, and I'll end up with 3 7 sixths. So this will be the same as 3 7 sixths minus 1 2 sixths. Well, now we can subtract the fractional parts. We've got the 7 sixths minus the 2 sixths. That fractional part's going to be 5 sixths. And we have the 3 minus the 1, which is 2. Okay, let's try B. So for B, we have 5 1/3 minus 2 2/3. Well, you can't take 2/3 minus from 1/3, right? Because you only have 1/3, you can't take 2/3 away. So what do you got to do? You got to take this 5, and let's knock him down to a 4. But I have to take that whole that I just converted and convert to thirds and add it to this 1/3. So I'm going to have 3/3 plus 1/3. I'll have 4/3. And I'm going to subtract 2 2/3 from that. So that 5 1/3 became 4 4/3. Well, let's do the subtraction now because it's easy. 4/3 minus 2/3 is 2/3 for the fractional part, and 4 minus 2 is 2 for the whole part. And there's your answer. Okay, let's do C. I've got 6 1/4 minus 2 3/4. All right, 3/4 is bigger than 1/4, so I can't take 3/4 away from 1/4. So I'm going to knock this 6 down to a 5, and now I took a whole away from this, so I have to add that whole to the fractional part. So it's going to be 5/4, because I'll have the 1/4 plus the 4/4 that I just knocked down off of the 6. So I have 5 5/4 minus 2 3/4. All right, let's do the subtraction. Let's do the fractional part first. 5/4 minus 3/4 leaves 2/4, and 5 minus 2 is 3. And as we've said, like above, 3 2/4 is the same as 3 1/2. All right, we're going to do one more on a separate piece of paper, because this is something that takes some practice. So let's do this. Let's say we have 6 1/7, and I want to take away, let's say 3 4/7. Well, I can't take away 4/7 from 1/7, so I need more 7ths. So this 6 is going to get knocked down to a 5, but then I have to add 7/7 to this 1/7 because I just took 7/7 away from here. So that becomes 8/7. And from that I will subtract 3 4/7. Well, 8/7 minus 4/7 leaves 4/7, and 5 minus 3 leaves 2. All right, one last one. Let's do 10 2/9 minus, how about 6 5/9. Again, we can't take 5/9 away from the 2/9. We need some more 9ths. So we're going to convert this 10 2/9 to what? To 9. Okay, then I have 9/9 that I'm just going to have to add to this. Well, 9/9 plus 2/9 makes 11/9. And then from that we will subtract 6 5/9. And we will magically see that 9 minus 6 is 3 for the whole part, and 11 minus 5 is 6. So I have 6/9 left over. And that will reduce to 3, and then I can divide the top and the bottom by 3, and I'll get 2/3. All right. There you go for lesson 47. Get it all done, and then if you have any questions, give me a call or email me, and that's all you need to have done for Friday's class. Take care, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.